So congratulations for your achievement, what you have done so far. And today I will show you about the Contestant Project Framework Pack, that means CPF pack. So as a project development team, you will go through this pack, and this is the pack where this will show you what your mission for each of the week to develop your projects, and mentor will guide you or suggest you to improve your content material. So here you can see that week 0 is registration. That means this is already been done. You have already successfully completed, and that's why you have qualified to join the first round of project development stage of Amazing Student Contest. And now here you see the week 1 from 19th to 23rd of March. Week 2 is 24th to 30th of March. And week 3 is 31st March to 6th of April. And 4 is a 7th of April to 13th of April. Alright, these 4 dates are really important because you can see that there are different, so each of the week it's showing the mission you need to go through. So all this mission need to be completed inside this time frame, and the status need to be up to date. So here you can see that week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Each of the week you have different missions. The first week, what you'll be doing high levelly, you will determine your location where you want to do the interview. You do the interview, you collect the data, you analyze that one in the second week, and design find out the problem, and then you design a solution to what can be resolve that problem in a small scale. And week 3, you implement that solution and measure how effective it was. And week 4, you review and make sure that what it can be, even make your solution even better, and make an overall presentation to show all over your progress. Okay, no worries, I will give you more input how to move forward. So let's say week 1. Week 1, you can see the column ID 1, action details. You also have a tips, start date, end date, assigned to, and status, and also comment or link. So let's talk about the first action of the very first week. Determine the area where you will collect data and will implement your proposed solution at week 3. That means the first action is you will think where you want to develop the project. Such an example, you have determined your school, my classroom. Example, my classroom. Or like an example, you can determine the food store in front of my school. Done. So one thing is very important. When you start working on it in the beginning of the week, I will suggest you to plan the date. So that means, like, you know that from 19th of March to 23rd of March, you need to go through all these actions. So you read all these actions, and then you start planning. Like an example, start day, you start planning from 19th of March, and in day, you should finish it by 20th of March, example. And you have assigned to, like an example, you can assign to yourself, or you can assign this task to the multiple people of your team. Like an example, my whole team will work together and decide the location. Like an example, my name is example Mean, and another person is Zuin, and whom. So these are the 3 people will be working on from my team to determine and complete the action. So as soon as I finish this action, I will update the status to done. When I'm working on it, you can keep it as an in progress, but when it's done, you should update the status to done. Now let's talk about the second option. Second part, I will say, prepare a question set to collect community understanding on the topic you have picked. Such an example, I have picked up hygiene topic, and I am doing the food store in front of my school. So what I do, I will interview or ask people to find out the problem into that food store. So like an example, you can see some action details. You can pick up the best possible 5 to 10 questions. My suggestion, you don't take more questions. So here you can see the tips, how to make this one really well. Like an example, select questions which are interesting, meaningful. If you can understand questions which is new in the community or community thinks wrong about, then you will get bonus point related to topics, easy to understand, be creative about your question. So as an example, when you are doing this one another tips could be example, also video video capture the interview sessions. So as an example, when you are interviewing someone, and you can also make an interview capture video clip by your cell phone, mobile phone, and that kind of content can help you to make a clip end of the week, because every week here, end of the week, you will be creating a clip and show the what should be showing the progress what you have done. Like an example, make a clip on your progress on first week and share it to Facebook. So if you are interviewing people, you can make a clip here, and then you can put that into the end of the week clip, and that will be a very interesting clip. And then you post in Facebook, you put the hashtag, you share all the details, and you just put the link of your Facebook video link here, and then you just update. Done. So that's the way. Over the week, you go through one by one action. You assign to the people. You keep changing the status. And go through. One of the things I will mention that every week you have an action to have a catch up or have a feedback session with your mentor. Like an example, review ID 1 and 2 with your mentor. That means ID 1 and ID 2. These are the two actions. Review with your mentor. That means you can show your question to your mentor and get feedback to him. One very important thing here: make sure that all the tasks been completed, all this mission, all this ID action has been completed by the deadline of the week. Like an example, for week 1, the deadline is 23rd of March. All the action need to be completed and status need to be updated to done, this one. Because if you don't complete this action, you may lose some point, because after 23rd of March, the judge will review all this progress of your action and will point you out. So you understand the point. So secondly, you always plan your timelines. Make sure that this is the dates for deadlines for each of the weeks, and you keep completing that one too. All right. So that's all. It's really simple. This is the thing in front of you. You have already received this pack to your project development invitation pack. So let's start developing.